First off, before entering Full Sail, my public speaking experience consisted of just high school speeches and a toast I made one time at my cousin's wedding. I felt pretty good about making the toast at my cousin's wedding because it pretty much consisted of family members and a group of close friends, so my nerves were bare minimum. As far as my communication skills, although I never had to perform prior to Full Sail, I feel they are pretty good. Even though I know I may need to speak up a bit, I feel as if my words are still being heard very clearly. During my intro speech, although somewhat nervous, I felt as if my eye contact, gestures, and movement were not bad at all. But like I said, I was a bit nervous, so I'm sure my volume could have been a little higher. I'm yet to do my persuasive speech, but as far as my professional speech is concerned, I feel the same about that one as I do my intro speech. I was a bit nervous, yet clear, and I feel like as if my voice should have been up a little higher. I never had to do a speech in an auditorium, so I really can't compare that to a classroom. But was I nervous during any of my speeches? You damn right I was. Before any of those first words were spoken in those speeches, I felt as if my body was tingling all over. And right after that first word was spoken, it seemed as if my nerves seemed to disappear. During my first speech, I'm sure my audience really wasn't too into it. But my professional speech, I felt as if I got to grasp it a little more. And I think I reacted well with the visuals to my speeches, considering the fact I never had to prepare slides for a speech before. Honestly, the only problem I really had was my preparation time, because when I'm not in class, I'm at work. So pretty much with that said, it leaves me with very minimum amount of time to work on my projects. I didn't spend any time practicing for my intro speech because I wrote it in class, due to me missing out on the 2 classes before that. But that was the one I enjoyed doing the most because it was the first time I was put on the spot to do a speech about myself without any preparation. So it was a bit exciting. Although I didn't do this one yet, the most challenging speech will have to be the persuasive one, because it's exactly how it sounds, persuasive. Having to persuade one person is hard enough. Now having to persuade a whole classroom, that's definitely a challenge. My biggest delivery challenge were getting over my nerves. And my biggest challenge during the research process was the time frame itself, because like I stated earlier, I work a lot. So basically, managing my time throughout this whole month in class was honestly the biggest challenge overall. I would even catch myself staying after class and going to the lobby or going to the library so I could work in solitude. Sometimes I would even take my projects to work with me and working on them there. After watching others perform this month in class, I learned a lot about what a good speech and what a bad speech looked like, and how much time it really took to make a great speech. I gotta say, I got a lot of work to do. And with that being said, I gotta honestly rate myself a 2 on a scale from 1 to 4 because I feel as if I still have a lot of room to improve. And right now, my feelings toward public speaking are that I secretly enjoy it because let's be honest, who doesn't like having the attention of an entire room focused on them?